thank you so much for joining us in class today. Find yourself on the yoga mat in a kneeling position. Take a big breath in and gently close the lids of the eyes. Release the breath. And when you're ready to, find yourself on your forearms. Press through the elbows into forearm plank and tuck the pelvis underneath to engage the core. Breathe mindfully in the posture and remember that the breath is key in this practice, more so than the posture. Deep breaths from start to finish. Push through the elbows. And when you're ready to, bring the hands on the mat. And inhale, chest through the arms. Exhale, round the upper back. Push through the ground. Inhale through. Exhale, round. Breathe at your own pace. Inhaling through and exhale, round in the upper back. And when you're ready to, push back into downward facing dog. Fingers spread wide. Heels pulled down to the ground. Knees slightly bent if this is necessary. Deep breaths. When you're ready to, step through with the right foot into a high lunge, keeping the left knee off the ground. Raise the arms up nice and high. Breathe with awareness and focus the gaze of the eyes straight ahead. Feel free to explore the lunge and bring the hands to the ground. Step back to downward facing dog and inhale, roll into a high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, and inhale into cobra, and exhale into downward facing dog. Left leg steps through this time. High lunge on the opposite side, arms sweep up into the air, eyes gaze straight ahead. Come back to mindful breath. And if you feel to, you can bounce gently, slowly up and down to deepen the stretch. Let's bring the hands to the ground, step back into a high plank position, rounded upper back, and hold. Exhale, chaturanga, inhale into cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Come back to the breath. Breathe into the abdomen. Keep the arms straight and strong. And we'll step through with the right foot, turning the back foot 90 degrees open into warrior two. The front heel is aligned with the arch of the back foot, arms nice and parallel. Gaze over the fingertips of the front hand and zone in fully. Straightening through the right leg, hinge forward from the hips into triangle pose. Reaching up through the left arm, gaze towards the left hand. Keeping the chin in line with the shoulder as best as you can. Easy on the neck. Let's bring the hands to the ground. Gaze forwards. Step back to downward facing dog. And inhale, roll to a high plank. Hold, tuck the tailbone underneath, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into cobra, exhale back into downward facing dog. And let's step through with the left leg this time. And when you're ready to, open through the right foot, heel and arch aligned, gaze over the fingertips of the left hand. Mindful breaths. And let's make sure that the pelvis is tucked underneath. We want to tuck that pelvis under to create activity in the core, stability in our structure. Straighten through both legs. And let's take the outside of the left hand along the inside of the left leg. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Gaze towards the right hand. When you're ready to, hands come back to the ground. Take a final stretch and step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into cobra. And let's stay in cobra for just a few more breaths. Drop the shoulders down. Drop the elbows down. Squeeze in the upper spine. And pull back into child's pose. Now is a good opportunity to rest. To come to a place of compassion for yourself on this day, however it is that you're feeling. Let's come to a kneeling posture at the center of the mat. We'll bring our hands together behind the back, interlace the fingers, and hinge from the hips, pulling the arms overhead, gently touching the head to the ground. Create length in the spine with the breath and your awareness. Release tension from the upper spine. Be kind to yourself. And release the posture. And we'll push back to downward facing dog when you're ready. Arms and legs nice and straight. A little bend in the knees is okay. And when we're ready to, step through with the right arm, reach up with the left. And we're going to take our left elbow over the right thigh. Take our armpit as deep as we can go. Palms pressed together. This creates a twist in the spine. Notice if your breathing becomes shallow right now. Breathe deeply. Creating space on the inhale. Twisting deeper on the exhale. Unravel the twist. And let's straighten through the right leg, taking the right toes towards the forehead. Feel that release in the back of the leg. Deepening with every breath. Right foot comes back to the ground, step back to downward facing dog. And float to a high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale into downward facing dog. Step the left leg through. Raise through the arms, especially the right arm, so we can create length in the side body. And we'll take that right armpit over the left thigh. If you stumble in this posture, remember that it's okay to be playful. There's plenty of time to enjoy ourselves and not get things perfect. Breathe mindfully. And when you're ready, unravel the twist, straighten through both legs, and take the left toes towards the forehead. Breathe. Lengthen on every inhale, deepen on every exhale. You can do this. Let's bring the hands to the ground, sole of the foot to the ground, and step back to downward facing dog. Once again, roll to high plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale into cobra, and exhale back to downward facing dog. So let's hop, step, or jump ourselves to the front of the mat. Whether you stumble or not, that doesn't matter. Just find yourself there in any way that you enjoy or feel comfortable to, and come to a seated posture at the front of the mat. Let's bring our right hand behind the back for support, lengthening the spine. Left wrist comes over the right knee, and we just create a nice twist in motion here. Nothing too serious, nothing too intense. Release the posture and twist in the opposite direction. Breathe mindfully. And come back to center. Let's take the hands behind the body, fingers facing away. Place the feet nice and wide. And we'll push the hips up to the sky, reverse tabletop. We want to really focus on opening our shoulders and our chest. Breathing into the shoulders and the chest. Keeping those hips up. Lower when you're ready. And we can hug the right knee into the chest, coming onto our back. Squeeze the right knee into the abdomen. We'll twist that right leg over the left side of the body. Reaching our right arm in line with our right shoulder and back to center. Left knee pulls into the chest. Breathe. And we'll twist to the opposite side. Left arm extends in line with the shoulder. We can even gaze towards the left hand for an extra twist. When you're ready, unravel the twist. Gently releasing, taking your time, and bring both of the soles of the feet to the ground, close to the body, toes pointing forwards. Take hold of the ankles with the palms and lift the hips up nice and high into bridge pose. Breathe into the spine and release the posture, bringing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. It's important to exercise compassion for yourself and patience for yourself. There's no rush or no need or no pressure to perform. When you're ready, bring the heels back onto the ground with the soles of the feet and take your variation of bridge pose, or we can push into a wheel. Work within your own ability. Respect your body's current ability. Breathe deeply into the spine. And if we're in wheel pose, let's keep those arms as straight as we can. Straighten through those legs as best as we can also. Slowly, with awareness, lowering ourselves to the ground. Once again, give yourself a big hug. Pulling the shins, the knees in towards the chest. And release the hug. Start to make some small circles on the lower back in one direction and in the opposite direction. We'll bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the legs to naturally open into a butterfly position. Make sure you're really comfortable, and we'll finish the practice here in Shavasana. Use these few moments to come into your own experience, to feel into your body, to rest. Know that every feeling is okay. All emotions are allowed. All feelings are allowed. And you are okay just the way you are. Breathe with awareness. And stay in Shavasana for as long as you would like. When you're ready to finish, stretch out through the arms. Make some small movements with the hands. Press the palms of the hands over your eyes. And get ready for the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining us in today's practice. If you would like to donate or support me in any way, you can subscribe to this channel and check out the links in the description box below. Thank you. Share this video with your friends and family. It would truly be of assistance. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.